another video, and I'm so sorry it's been so long. So like I said, it has been way too long since I have made a video. The last video I made was in May, and it is now September because it is almost the end of August, and I just want to really apologize. I have just had a crazy busy summer, and I just had not had the time to do it. I went to Elitch Gardens, which is our amusement park here in Denver. I had a season pass. I went to Denver Comic-Con this year, which was super fun, and I went to a wedding in Texas, which was fun, and I had to work a lot because I'm trying to save money. So yeah, it's just been crazy busy, but I am back and I'm super excited. I finally had a day off, and I seriously cannot wait to do this video because it is a pin video, and I love Disney pins, and I've been wanting to do this video for such a long time. So I'm super excited to share with you guys my pin collection. So I really hope you guys enjoy this video, so let's get started. Before I get into showing you my pins, I thought I should probably explain what a Disney pin is. And I am not talking about a pin that you write with. I am talking about a little pin that you wear. I have one right here. I am talking about a pin like this. With these Disney pins, you can get them at Disney parks, you can get them at places, you can get them online. I've gotten my Disney pins from Disneyland, and I've got them from the D23 Expo. They actually had some when I went to Denver Comic-Con, and someone had a booth of them, so I got some there. You can probably find them almost about anywhere, but Disney Parks is probably the #1 place. I know there's a couple other places in California that sell them. I cannot think of them at the moment, but I think there's like the soda shop. I cannot remember the name of it, but if you guys are pin collectors, then you know what I'm talking about. So yeah, they are very cool pins, and they're very cute little souvenirs to have. I definitely recommend if you go to a Disney park that this is probably the #1 souvenir you should get. It was mine. My first time was in 2009, and I just started collecting them since then. And they're just super neat. They can be from all different sizes, from big to small to tiny. They're just really neat. You can wear them on lanyards, you can wear them on your clothes, you can wear them on backpacks. Some people display them. That's what I do. I display mine in my room. But they're just super neat. So I'm just going to show you guys my pin collection. What I am going to do is I'm going to start with telling you what my first pins were. So my first pin, if you stay at a Disneyland hotel and you book your vacation with Disney, which I always have. The only time I did it was with D23 Expo because I just kind of did a different plan when I went. They actually give you a pin and a lanyard in your hotel when you arrive. I think now you have to go to the pin traders to get it, but they give you a little voucher to get it. But I got mine when I went in my hotel. So this was actually somewhat the first pin that I got, and it is a Disneyland pin. Let's see if I can get it to focus though. Come on, there we go. It is a Disneyland pin, and it has Huey, Dewey, Louie, and Donald Duck on it. This was somewhat my first pin. This was actually my first pin trade. Yeah, this was my first pin trade I had. So the pin that I got in 2009 was a little blue one, and I think it had Mickey and Minnie on it. So there's 3 different ways of booking your Disney vacation. There's AAA, there's AAA, the Disney company, and I do not remember the other one. So this was actually one of the other companies. But when I was in the park, a mom wanted to trade me, and since I was with my brother and my dad, they had the same. We all 3 had the same pins, so I did not mind trading with her. So this is actually my first pin trade. So I got the other company pin for when you went, which is super neat. Let's see if I can get it to focus here. Come on, focus. There we go. There it is. So yes, this was the first pin and the first pin trade I made. And if you guys do not know what a pin trade is, it's basically that. You just trade pins for pins that you want. It is a very big thing. They have pin trading events all over, mostly in California and Florida, but unfortunately I live in Colorado. But I have traded pins over Instagram. I don't know if they still do that anymore because I have not done it in a couple of years because I just haven't. But yeah, I've paid pin trading is a really cool thing, especially if you want a pin that someone else has and you have a pin that you don't want. If you go to the Disney parks, there's actually little boards almost everywhere you go that you can trade with a cast member. And a cast member cannot tell you no. You can trade whatever pin you want, whatever pin they have. but you can ask people in the parks. That's what the lanyards are for, mostly, is to trade with people. And they can't tell you no, but if you have a pin they like and they have a pin you like, there you go. You got a trade and you got a pin that you like. So my first pin that I actually purchased was this one. Green is actually my favorite color, so this pin was very fitting for when I went. Let's see if I can focus. There you go. And it says I look good in green, and it is Tinkerbell. This was the first pin that I purchased, and we bought a pin almost every day we were there. So we had about 5 pins when we left, and my collection has grown since then. So, like I said, you can get pins almost about anywhere. Mostly Disney parks and places that actually specialize in Disney pins, like parks, expos, things like that. That's mostly where you can get them. And with pin trading, there's also things called limited edition and limited release pins. So limited release pins means that they only release that pin for a certain time. It does not necessarily mean that it's more rare than other pins. It just means that, hey, this pin's going to be out for like 4 months. That's all it really means. It's limited release. And I do have one from limited release that I actually just recently got. And it is this adorable looking pin. I saw this pin on the internet and I really wanted it. So I posted on Instagram how bad I needed this pin in my life. And someone was very graciously able to get me one, which was super, super nice of them. So as you can see, it says limited release on the bottom. So that means that they're only releasing this pin for a while. And obviously I'm not at Disneyland, and I am not going till next August until the expo. So this is super nice to get them, and it is from Cars Land, and it is Buzz and Woody as cars. And that is probably the most adorable pin that I've ever seen. I'm actually really bad at keeping the backings on pins. I honestly, when I get a pin, I just take them off and I'm super excited about them, so I forget to keep the backing. But I thought this pin had to have the backing just because it has the Cars Land logo on it, and it just was perfect. Like, I can't take the backing off this pin. And it says 2018 and California Adventure because that is where Cars Land is located. So this was a very, very cute pin. So besides limited release pins, there is things called limited edition pins, which basically means what it means. It means that they only made a certain number of a certain pin, and yes, those pins can be really hard to find because a lot of the times they just go like that. You have to be at that Disney park or be there to get it that time and then. Usually they sell out very, very quickly, and I am fortunate enough to have some, so I'm definitely going to show you guys my limited edition pins. The first one I want to show you is they have this thing called Park Pack. So the Park Pack came in something like this. I'm not 100% sure if they still do this. I know this thing was very hard to get into. I just happened to be on the Disney website and I got in, and then all the spots were taken right after I hit yes. So I'm not 100% sure if they still do this. It was super, super neat. It would have 3 pins in here. It would have a limited edition, a limited to release, and a pin that was going to be a common but hasn't been released to the public yet. These are really, really neat. I had to unsubscribe to it because it was just a little too expensive at the time. And right when I unsubscribed it, someone took my spot. So unfortunately, I couldn't get back into it. And like I said, I'm not sure if they still do them anymore. So if anybody knows, could you let me know in the comments because I'm not sure. But these were really cool, and they had limited edition. So these were very limited. So 2 of them that I have that I found, I think the other ones that I traded it because I did them for, I want to say like 4 or 5 months because like I said, it was just so expensive that I just couldn't afford it because you paid it every month. It was like a subscription box for every month, but just for pins. So the first one is this, and it is limited edition of 750, and it is a Haunted Mansion pin, and it actually glows in the dark. So most of the limited edition pins were like movies or rides like this. So it was really neat. So the cool thing about this pin is that if you, so I have one of the Hitchhiking Ghosts. So 750 would have the this Hitchhiking Ghost. 750 would have this one. 750 would have this one. So I had the one that had this one. So it is a limited edition of 750, and you could have only gotten it if you had a Park Pack box. The other one, which I think is the funniest pin that I own in a way, because so this is also a limited edition pin, and it was from Up, which is one of my favorite Pixar movies. But I'll show you in a second. Carl is actually missing his nose, and I didn't realize that till a few days later when I was looking at it. So it actually was missing his nose, so I say it's more limited edition than it was. Like I said with the Park Pack ones, so 750 looked like this, 750 looked like something else, but they're all up. It was just like maybe different colors, something like that, just to make them a little bit off for everyone, to make them more limited. So here is this one, limited edition 750. If I can get it to focus. Come on. There we go. And like you can see, he's actually missing his nose. But it is a very, very cute pin. It would be better if he had his nose, so I just think it's funny. So it's more limited because I don't think anybody else has his nose missing. So the next limited edition pin that I am going to show you, these ones I got from the D23 Expo 2017, which was last year. So the first one was they had Expo pins, and this year was Mickey. Like they had certain characters that were like spotlighted, which was Mickey, Buzz Lightyear, Iron Man, BB-8, and I think I want to say Tinkerbell. I'm not sure, but I remember Buzz Lightyear because Buzz Lightyear is my favorite character in the world. So this one is actually limited edition 750. So they only made 750 of this guy, and it is just Buzz Lightyear on a movie post. Ooh, on a poster that says D23 Expo, and then on the bottom it says 2017. So this is a super neat pin, and I'm super glad I got it. I got it at the big, like I'm really bad at names. I got it at the store that you have to wait like 2 hours in. So I definitely had to get it when I was there because I was not waiting in that line again because the lines are just ridiculous. And then this one I also got at the same store, which was Misc Pin. I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but it was also limited edition, and this is limited edition of 3,000. So like I said, some limited editions are better than the other ones. So the one I had was 750, and this one's 3,000. So it wasn't super, super limited, but it was limited edition. And I just thought it was the cutest thing in the world because it is Stitch and Scrump in this weird looking way, and it has the D23 sticker on it, saying it was from the Expo. So this was a very cute pin to have. And like I said, I kept the backing. As you can tell from the other ones, I forgot to keep the backing. And I kept the backing of this one because it had the D23 sticker on it. And then the last one I got from D23 is this really big pin. So at the D23 Expo, there is little booths that you can buy stuff from. And obviously there's going to be lots of Disney pin booths. So I found this one, which is a Pinocchio, and you can't really see it that well. But it is a limited edition, and I'm not sure how limited edition it is. I haven't opened and looked at it. But it is a piece of Disney movies, and this is the Pinocchio one. So I bought it from a guy there, and this is Pinocchio's like my favorite classic movie. And you honestly cannot find a lot of Pinocchio stuff. So a lot of times when I see Pinocchio, I just buy it because you don't see him a lot, you know? So I bought this really cool pin, and inside it Jiminy Cricket's on the violin singing Give a Little Whistle. So this is a really, really neat pin, and that's a film strip. That's what I was saying. The film strip has Jiminy Cricket on it. So this is a really neat pin, and I'm super glad I found it because Pinocchio is just really hard to find. It's limited edition. It was just a cool pin, and I kept the backing because I just felt I needed to because I've never seen this pin before, and it's a really big pin. Like, look at that. It's a really big pin. Speaking of Pinocchio and big pins, I actually have a jumbo pin that I bought from a website called Everything Disney Pins. I think that's what it's called. They actually do have a YouTube, and they do have an Instagram, and they collect a lot of pins, and they will sell pins that they don't really want. So I found this pin, and it is limited edition 300, and it's probably one of the coolest pins, I think. It is Pisces, and it has Cleo on it. And I am born in March, so I am a Pisces, and it's Cleo, which is Pinocchio, so I thought this was a very fitting pin. It is a jumbo pin, if you guys can see. You guys can see it is a very big pin. So this was a really, really neat pin. And the last Disney pin that is limited edition that I have, I got from somebody. And like I said, it was from the soda shop. I can't remember what the actual name is. But they have limited edition pins all the time. And so Buzz Lightyear is my favorite character. So they had this really cool Buzz Lightyear pin. I think it's really, really neat. This is actually limited edition 300. So this is actually the most pin that's worth the most. So I think this is a really, really cool pin to have, and I love it. It's so cute. So besides limited edition and limited release pins, there is something called a cast member exclusive pin, which basically means that only a cast member can get them. There's a lot of pins that only cast members can get, but sometimes they will trade them. So you can get a cast member pin besides that way if you're not a cast member. And I was really fortunate enough to have my friend from they're still my friend, but from 2 Christmases ago, they actually got me a cast member exclusive pin, and they didn't realize it. They just saw that it was Pinocchio, and they knew I loved Pinocchio. So I will show it to you. So the cool thing, before I show you the pin, is actually what it came in. So it is actually a tiny hat box, and on the bottom it says, if found, let's see if I can get it close, if found, please return to Jiminy Cricket, Walt Disney World. So that is like the cutest thing ever to put it in, because it's Jiminy Cricket and it's tiny and it's just adorable. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. And inside of it is Jiminy Cricket's hat. Isn't that neat? I thought that was literally the neatest pin in the world. And it was so clever to put in a hat box, and it's more clever because it's small and Jiminy Cricket's a cricket, obviously. So it was super, super cool, guys. And the last kind of pin is called a common pin. There's also called trader pins, which are just tiny pins, but also a common pin, which are just basically pins that are really easy to find. Some are easier than others, but they're most likely easy to find. Some of them are just more, like if you got them a long time ago, they don't have them anymore, but they're just common. So that is the rest of my pins that I will show you guys. I do have pins on my board that are from the Disney Treasures Funko Pop subscription box that I put on there because I consider them a Disney pin because they're Disney. So I don't know if they're that limited. They probably are because some of the boxes sold out, like the Halloween one. So I have those on there, but the rest of them are common. So let's get started by showing you my amazing, beautiful pin collection, and I hope you guys enjoy it. So this is my pin board, and it's honestly just a blank cork board that I just put my pins on. And yeah, there's just a thing to hold my pins on. So let's get started. In this corner, I just call them my park pins because I got these in a park. So this, like I said, with the green one, that this was from the hotel, and so was this one when I went for the 60th anniversary. And then I also try to get yearly pins of every year I went, so 2009, 2014, 2016, and 2017. And then I got this really cool diamond looking Mickey head pin for the 60th anniversary. And then I have some others right here. I have a Mickey head, I have Steamboat Willie. This is actually in a mystery pack, which are little box packs that are all of a set that you can get. And it's a mystery. Some of them have 1 or 2 in them, and you just open them and that's what you get. So this is one of them. I think my family got some, and that's how this one came about to my possession. Was because I picked the Steamboat Willie one, and so my family members picked the other ones. And then this is a really neat pin. This is actually a passport pin. I don't know if they actually still make them, but it's a passport, and it's Goofy's passport. Let's see if I can take it off for you guys. It's Goofy's passport, which I think is really, really cool. And what's really neat about it is, so it tells you where he's been, which is the Tower of Terror. And actually, the Tower of Terror is no longer with us at California Adventure. So I just think this makes this pin just super more cool. And it tells you when he was born, which is just when he first came to our lives. And cartoon, where he's from, his signature, and all that jazz. Some other pins that I have on here is The World of Color, which is my all-time favorite Disney show. It was just so magical, and it made me cry, and I just think that's a really beautiful pin. And then my favorite ride is Pirates of the Caribbean, so I got that pin. And then this one I actually got at the D23 Expo, which I thought was really cute. It is the castle, and then it has Walt Disney, and it says it's kind of fun to do the impossible. And then right here is all my Disney Treasures pins. And I also have this pin, which was my Disney Treasures Pioneer 2017 pin. It would have been cooler if they continued it, but unfortunately they did not continue the subscription box. So yeah, it's kind of sad, but I still have this, and it's still in the wrapping. It's still all there and all that jazz. And then some more of park pins is I have Mickey and Minnie on a Bike, which is from the park pack. And this was also from the park pack. And then this was just a cute little one that I thought was really funny. And then I found this one at a booth at the D23 Expo. and it is Mickey holding Colorado, and I'm from Colorado, so it's just cool. So these next pins that I am actually going to show you are more just miscellaneous pins. So this one is May the 4th be with you. I actually got this on accident. I went to the Disney store and I did not realize what the day was, and it was May 4th. And I guess me and my mom were the, one of the 100 people to walk in first. So they gave us this pin, which is really nice of them. And then these ones are from mystery packs, like I said with the other one. This was Pumbaa, Simba, and Timon, and I think these are the friendship packs, by the way. So this was that one, and then this one is Oliver and Company, which you hardly see Oliver and Company. It's such an underrated Disney movie. So I had to keep this one when I got it, and it was super awesome that I had it. And then these ones are actually a set, not a mystery pack set, they're just a set. These are from the Haunted Mansion, if you've been on that ride. They have the stretching posters, and they made stretching posters of different Disney characters. So we have the Queen of Hearts, and we have Cruella de Vil. And then we have a couple mystery pack ones here. These are actually villains and sidekicks. Me and my friend both got 2 packs. Oh no, we both got 1 pack, and we traded each other. Because she had one that I wanted, and I had one that she wanted. And I got this one because that is from The Rescuers, and again, a very underrated Disney movie, hard to find. So these are from The Rescuers. That is the evil gals, crocodiles. And then I have Mr. Smee, because Mr. Smee is just funny and goofy, and you can't live without Mr. Smee. And then this one is actually not an official Disney pin. This is from a place called Fanflare, which is a girl made by Sarah Sterling, and her boyfriend Leo helps her. They're a very big Disney YouTuber, so you probably heard of them. She actually made this pin by mistake because, long story short, so she only released them for like, I think $1 or something like that. Very hard, and she just released them for a second, and I was actually able to grab one. And this is from Emperor's New Groove. This is the llama poison, which is super clever, and I love it. She actually does have a llama poison on her shop right now, but this one has glitter in it, not like the other one, which is just plain pink. And then these are the hitchhiking ghosts from another mystery pack, and I think it was just Haunted Mansion characters, so I kept the hitchhiking ghosts. And then we have Hook and Smee. So Hook is actually my favorite villain. That's why I have Smee over there. He is my favorite villain, so Hook and Smee. And then we have Kronk from Emperor's New Groove, because we love spinach puffs and Kronk is just awesome. And then we have Dory here from Just Keep Swimming, because she's adorable and just amazing. And then I loved this one because this is a pin from the Haunted Mansion. And it was actually an animatronic that they had right in the beginning of the Haunted Mansion, but then they brought him back, and it's called the Hatbox Ghost. So I got this one because it was super amazing that they brought him back, and he's such a cool character. And then we have Jessica and Roger Rabbit, because they're adorable. And then this one is super funny. So when I went to Disneyland in 2016, I actually met Stitch with my friend Harley. And Stitch proposed to my friend Harley, but then Harley broke the Cheerio that he proposed with. So then Stitch made Harley go grab a new Cheerio, and he actually proposed to me with it instead because he was mad at Harley. So I kept this pin because it was just a funny memory, and I just wanted to keep it because it was just a good memory. And then down here, these are actually my brother's pins, but he gave them to me. I'm not sure if he's letting me keep them or anything, so I just kept them together. This is when he went, and the only time he went was 2009, so these are all his pins from then. So this was the Matterhorn pin from the Matterhorn, which is a really fun ride he liked. Pirates of the Caribbean, because he loved Pirates of the Caribbean. He thought this pin was cool. And then this one he actually traded with somebody. He traded his Disneyland hotel pin for it. So he got this Pluto one, which is a really cool pin to have. It's an older looking one too. And then he got a passport pin too, but his is Stitch. So there's Stitches. Super awesome. So I do have 3 categories of pins that are left. This is kind of my up section. I did have my limited edition one right there. So this was Doug that my friend gave to me, and you can just do little things with it. And then the grape soda one, which is just a very fun pin to have and probably a really common pin for up. And then this one just does not stick really well on a board. It has to stick on a lanyard better. It is actually the Up House with real balloons. And then we have Carl and Ellie. And then down here we actually have my Pinocchio pins. So we have Honest John, we have Lampwick when he becomes a donkey, we have Pinocchio and Jiminy, which is from the Friendship Pack, like the Oliver and Company and the Lion King. This is also a mystery pack one, which was Pinocchio's Mickey-ness. And then we have a bottle cap of Jiminy Cricket, normal Jiminy Cricket. And then we have Pinocchio in a hot air balloon, and then Pinocchio's hat. And then we have Pinocchio on a t-shirt. So those are my Pinocchio pins. And my big Pisces one was right there when I had it on. So this is my last set of pins that I have. This is actually my Buzz Lightyear Toy Story Green Alien set in a way. So I have this one, which is my lasers set to awesome. And then we have Zurg, and we have Woody's hat. And then this one is just a really beautiful pin. And I just love this pin. It's so gorgeous, and it says, ooh. And then we have the Mickey Buzz Lightyear one. And then we have this weird egg-looking Buzz that I think is funny. And then Hat I un amigo en me, which means you have a friend in me in Spanish when Buzz was in Spanish mode. And then we have another green alien, and then we have another green alien. And that is my pin board. I do have these that my friend got me that I just kept in here because I thought it was cute to have them here. And it's actually a pin set, and it's Disney Babies. I'm not going to lie, the Cheshire Cat kind of freaks me out, but it is a cute little thing to have. So I keep them here, take me home to live happily ever after. So that's cute. So a lot of times trader pins come like this, where it is in a set that's on a board. And a lot of people trade them out, but I'm just going to keep them on here because they're kind of cute. And I like the backing of it. And I like how it has the Dumbo and the pelican looking dude from when they dropped off all the babies in Dumbo. So it's a very cute pin thing to have. And that is all my Disney pins. So that was my pin collection, guys. I really hope you liked it, and I hope you guys like Disney pins because I just think they're super, super awesome. And yeah, I really hope you liked them. I really had fun making this video, and I actually have a cool announcement to make. A lot of people already know this, but if you are not in my personal life, then you probably don't know this. But I am going to Disney World for the first time ever, and I am over the moon about it. I am going in March. I am going for a week, and I'm so excited. I've never been to Disney World, and it will be my 21st birthday. So I know a lot of people do their 21st birthday in Vegas, but not this girl. I'm going to Disney World. And it's super excited. And then in August, I am going to the Disney D23 Expo too. So next year is just full of Disney. So I have been working a lot just to get the money for it because it's so magical and Disney just makes my heart so happy. And I just can't wait, guys. So as I was saying, I really hope you do like my videos. I will be coming out with more. Like I said, I do get kind of busy, so I kind of lose track of what I'm doing. But I will definitely make one very soon. I will not make a 3-month span like last time. But I do hope you guys had a really amazing summer and just had a good all time and ready for the fall and winter. Fall is my favorite season. And I just hope you guys really liked my video. So if you guys have any questions, comments, anything you want to say, just leave in the description box. Not description, the comments on the bottom. And I will put my Instagram in the description box if you guys want to follow me. And I do follow back most of the time, so if you're a big Disney nerd, I will follow you back. So yeah, I really hope you guys liked it. Please subscribe if you liked this video, and I hope to see you guys next time. Bye!